Okay, so let's talk about escalation clauses. It is still a very brutal seller's market, tough on buyers, and it is understandable that buyers and their agents will do just about anything within their grasp to make their offer more competitive. And that's why we have seen the rise of escalation clauses in offers the past few years. Now, simply put, if you've been living under a rock, an escalation clause is basically a verbiage in an offer here in New York. We don't call them contracts yet, we call them offers. That states that the prospective buyer will raise their offer on a property should the seller receive a higher competing offer. So let's say you have a $500,000 house and the buyer bids $525,000, but they also say if you get a higher competing offer, we'll beat it by $5,000. And that sounds great. It sounds like no matter what happens, it's a guaranteed win. But you have to understand, escalation clauses are not this magic scepter that hypnotizes the seller into accepting your offer. Mainly because escalation clauses have become so common that sellers are often getting offers with more than one escalation clause. And do you take the escalation clause that offers $10,000 more with only 10% down, or the one that offers $5,000 more but they're putting 50% down? It gets a little murky and it gets a little confusing and adds to the seller's stress because they've got a lot at stake here too. The other issues here are that other terms might muddy up the waters. Like I just said, an escalation clause is great when you're paying cash, right? But if you're getting a mortgage and you're putting a low down payment, the escalation clause can lose a lot of its teeth. As a matter of fact, that's really the biggest problem with escalation clauses with buyers with a mortgage contingency. The lower your down payment, the less effective your escalation clause is going to be. Because let's face it, if you're only putting 5 or 3% down, you don't have the cash to come up with the difference if your wildly ambitious escalation offer is underappraised by $25,000 or $30,000. So understand that escalation clauses are not the cure-all. They're not a panacea. You're still going to have to do the work, and you're still going to have to take your lumps as a buyer. And don't have your expectations unrealistically raised if you have a low down payment and you think an escalation clause will make that term go away. Use escalation clauses wisely, and you will have a better experience. I know it's tough out there, so good luck to all of you.